いします。Because usually when you go to a tea ceremony, it's very informal and it's not the traditional way that we do it in the tea room. So it's just like we serve the tea, the sweets, and then you leave. But you don't really understand what you're supposed to feel because it's supposed to feel like a moving meditation for you. So I hope that you can feel that with me today, even though it's a little bit noisy. Try to focus on being in the here and the now. And I hope that you have a very wonderful experience. Who will be assisting me throughout? So I just wanted to introduce her. Okay, so first of all, the tea ceremony has been practiced for over 400 years. I have been practicing for 14 years. I'm a certified Urasenki tea instructor. So I'm honored to be here with you today. And I hope you enjoy the performance, but also it relaxes you. The tea ceremony is based on four main principles, which are Wa, Kei, Sei, Jaku. In English, it translates to harmony, respect, purity, and tranquility. What does that mean? Harmony is to have a close relationship, harmonious relationship with nature. So usually when you go to a tea ceremony, you walk through a nice garden, you connect with nature. But also in the tea room, we display a flower or something, a plant that reminds you of the season. So for today, I wanted to do bamboo, so I chose lucky bamboo today. Because in the summer, right now in Japan, during July, we celebrate Tanabata Festival, the Star Festival, and you usually see a lot of bamboo with people hanging their wishes. So I hope you have two types of sweets. One is called higashi, which is it's basically like a sugar, it's like a hard sugar, but this is made out of the most expensive type of sugar known as wasambo, okay, and it's just cane sugar. And you can shape it in different ways. You have to let it dry. So I've made all the sweets today. I hope you enjoy them. You have, the first one is the green one. It looks like a pine tree. Pine resembles longevity, good fortune. So I made the pine to wish you a very beautiful summer, a positive summer. And then the second one is maple. Maple leaf is very luscious and green in Japan during the season. So again, to connect with the season. For today, I actually flavored it with cardamom and rose. Because I'm from Bahrain, a very small island in the Middle East, cardamom and rose is very much used in our daily cuisine, so I wanted to put a little bit of my flavor into it. So I hope you enjoy it. Usually we eat the sweets first and then we drink the matcha. For the smaller pieces, I mean, you can take it home and you don't have to eat everything because it's a lot, but if you like, please enjoy all the flavors. And it's usually just, you just eat it and then it melts in your mouth. off like a plate or a tissue. And then at the end, when you receive your matcha, you will wipe the bowl with your index and thumb. It's a gesture of politeness, and then you can use the kaishi to wipe your hands. Okay, so think of it as tissue, but also a plate. That's why it's on top. And if you notice, the kaishi paper has little stars on it. Again, that's connected to the theme of the Tanabata, which is the star festivals with the star. So everything is a very collective theme. We usually put a lot of thought into all the tools that we use to give you a beautiful theme and connect you to nature. I will also at the end explain the tools that I chose for using the tea in this tea ceremony, and I'll bring them closer to you to explain why I chose these specific tools, like the container that holds the matcha, the spoon, the main tea bowl, which we call the chawan. Usually we eat the sweets first. When I start putting the matcha in the bowl, I will say okashi o dozo, which means please enjoy your sweets, and I'll repeat it in English as well. You can enjoy eating your sweet by that time. Hopefully the matcha will arrive just in time for you to enjoy with nice space between the sweets and the matcha. When you receive the matcha, I'll just explain with the bowl. You will hold the bowl. I will serve it in front of you. You will grab it with your right hand, place it on your left. Of course, you'll say osakini and then dozo. Then you turn the bowl clockwise twice. Okay? I will serve the bowl facing you, with the front facing you. You will basically return it so the front is facing me. We do this gesture because every tea bowl has a front and a back. Sometimes it's just a small decoration that you can just tell. For example, the pattern of this is all the same, but here it's kind of open. There's not as much blue. So to me, this is the front of the bowl. Sometimes it's subtle like that. Sometimes it's all plain and there's just one character or something. Again, this is all seasonal, and I'll explain these later. But why we do this is to show respect to the artist, so that we're not hiding the art or the face or the most beautiful part of the bowl. We're sharing it with anyone else that's looking at us. Okay, so again, that kind of goes with the theme. Then you drink the matcha. Usually you would drink 3-4 sips, but at your leisure. And then at the end, when we're about to finish the last sip, we make a short and quick slurp sound, like just short. Okay. It means I enjoyed the tea. Thank you. I drank it to the last sip. I hope you enjoy the tea today. The matcha is from here, and it's boku. It's organic ceremonial from Uchi. I hope you enjoy it with balanced flavor, good balanced flavor with the sweets. Can we start?
I have a question. Can we talk during the ceremony?
Well, it's better if you don't talk during the ceremony, and you can ask questions later. I will pause in the middle after I serve you the matcha, and I'll explain the tools, and then we'll do the second part, which is concluding the ceremony. Okay? Okay. Ready? Thank you so much. ます14年お休み家のさんをやっていますホノルルでも一緒にお茶楽しみましょうかいかがですかお待ちしておりますよろしくお願いしますIt's usually used only in the summer to allow the tea to cool off faster. So also the chawan bowls, we use them for different seasons and they have to have different mochis that reflect that season. So we can't use this in the winter. We have to use it only in the summer. Some chawan bowls only come out once a month, once a year, every month. Like for example,